community. Rooted in community.
It's a summit of youth from around the nation that have come to fight for food justice and come together as a network of young people to really change their food systems, not just in the community but nationally.
From San Francisco, Pine Ranch, and Pescadero, California. From Seattle.
Am I from Lewiston, Maine?
I am from Santa Cruz, California. And I'm from the Food Project, which is a nonprofit in Boston.
And I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm from Philadelphia.
Hi, my name is LaQuanda Dobson for Rooted in Community. RIC is a national food justice conference that happens every year. This year it happened in Philadelphia, and it's basically a lot of youth that garden and maybe some type of cooking and just is really empowered and hype about food justice work.
So we have a very, very important event. We'll be declaring the Youth Food Bill of Rights. I get a feel for how much power we the youth have.
We're going to do a call and response, and it's called We the Youth. This is a powerful chant, and it's a powerful call and response that is created by the youth, for the youth, and for anybody who wants to say and believes in food justice. You gotta scream from your heart, and y'all gotta scream from your soul.
We the youth!
Y'all ready? We the youth!
We had trips so that people can see what Philadelphia was basically about. When we do these trips, we don't want to just show people the suburban areas because that really doesn't relate to our own community. So we put them into where we live and just show them the work that we do.
I'm talking about growing up, right? You ever thought, hey, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna work on healthy eating? You can be honest though, even though you didn't think about it then, you're doing it now. And that's better than some people who we walk up to and we tell them, but then they turn around and walk into a McDonald's and we walk away. So like, this job, even though it's basically like farming and cooking and all that, you still learn it. You learn along the way, like different recipes you learn that don't have all of the bad stuff in it that you can make with stuff that people don't really use it.
What we did was we just sat in a room and we had some facilitators that taught us a little bit about the Farm Bill. That's when we started what we saw problems in our own communities, and we put that together and made the Youth Food Bill of Rights.
This is what we want, this is what we should have, this is what we should get, this is what we deserve. And
everybody brought their ideas together, and it was like, okay, well, let's put this on here, let's put that on there. And it was a long process.
actually help us out. So it's a bill that's already created that we're changing to actually help us out. And that's what this whole thing is.
The thing that really stuck out to me is just the education of knowing where my food comes from, basically knowing the correct things to eat and know how it can affect my body and how food justice not only affects me, it affects other people.
That is fake. It's the type of food that we hate. Everybody is processed. It's fake. It's the type of food that we hate. Everybody is processed. It's fake.
Have you ever been a part of the demonstration before? What makes this one different?
It's more of like supporting something, you know? Like
right.
It's not this that we are creating like a movement. I think a lot of it because we kind of all have the same intentions. Like I think a lot of protests and a lot of like marches, a lot of people just like, I just want to march and be a part of this, you know, and just kind of don't have an understanding of what is really happening. And I feel like we're all here.
It's really important where we signed the Youth Food Bill of Rights in Old City, Philadelphia, because this is where they started the Constitution. And when we started off in the beginning of the Youth Food Bill of Rights, it says we the youth, and back in the day they started off with we the people, so we tried to make that connection so that people can see that we are serious about what we want and what we think is right for our food system.
We are the farmers! We are the farmers! Mighty, mighty farmers! Mighty, mighty farmers! We are the farmers! We are the farmers! Mighty, mighty farmers! Mighty, mighty farmers!
So, who are we? Rooted in community. We are rooted in community. Say it like y'all mean it. Say it like the youth got power. There you go. That's how I want y'all to say it from now on.
Food justice, shout outs to California and everybody trying to make a change.
What brings you out here in Philadelphia?
I'm out here to fight for food justice.
Okay.
Food justice is important because a lot of people don't have access to good, healthy food, which causes them to be maybe overweight or diabetes, high blood pressure, which causes people to die. So, and the people that do have healthy food don't die from things like that. We're trying to have everybody survive.
We are here to present the 2011 first ever Youth Food Bill of Rights.
What put us on the timeline today, this is going in the history books. We're going to present the Food Bill of Rights. Let's go! We the youth declare, state, and demand the following rights for all people around the world with an emphasis on equality.
All people must respect and protect the land that grows our food.
We demand an end to the mistreatment of workers, farmers, animals, and the environment that's caused by our current food system.
We recommend that schools recognize youth-led fitness program as tools for success.
We demand composting in schools and in our neighborhoods.
We want a policy from the governments all over the world that ends GMOs, no exception.
We demand food that is grown within a 100-mile radius of our home. We do not want food traveling thousands of miles using up fossil fuels to get to our home.
We demand the end of subsidies for cash crops, including corn and soybeans. Rather than our tax dollars going to support industrial farming, we demand financial support for small organic farmers.
We demand an end to industrial farming, which accounts for 1/3 of the greenhouse gas emissions in the world.
We demand more farmers markets instead of supermarkets.
We must work to restore, remember, and regain our food culture and practice it, tradition and training.
July 30th, Youth Food 11. Youth Food Bill of Rights declared in Philadelphia, PA.
I think that it's really great that we'll finally have something sort of written. Like all other legislation in America, it can be edited, it can be changed, and we can cut this now, or like, you know, this needs to be added. I think it's nice to have this reference place now for all of the world to see.
Have the right to real food.
We the youth can make a change. We the youth
are the future.
We the youth
shall rise, live, and become the food justice movement.
Check it. Get out. See, it's about time that we all stand up. So many corporations is greedy and corrupt. They wanna pump poison and keep their pockets tight. We need a new agenda so we all be eating right. And saying loud enough that our voices never muted. And the youth are constituted in community I'm rooted. It should be a right that the poor eat fair. They say we don't care, that's why we came here. We get props and grow crops, man, you can trust us. We need equality and we want food justice. We all gather up every year this time. You hear what's in our hearts and you can see what's in our minds. All across the U.S. we cooking up the best. We always think ahead, never eating that stress. And if we stand together, they can never harm you and me. Something that is true to me, rooted in community.